Facebook. We're back for another member of the week. We've got Layla.
Hello.
And of course, we've got Shay, our technical support, and homie. How are you doing today, Layla?
I'm good. I'm feeling great.
Awesome. What have you been up to?
School. My first week of school tomorrow is the last day of my first week. So just syllabus and how are you and who are you, all types of getting to know people.
Yeah, cool. That's exciting. Why don't you tell everybody what's your major?
I major in broadcast production and media literacy and communications.
Tight. So we lost Shay. He'll be back. We're gonna get him back. That's really cool. So, what's your dream job?
Right now, that's kind of everywhere. You know, it used to be, oh, I want to be in political science. Oh, I want to be an actress. Oh, I want to be a news broadcaster. It's kind of like all of those. Right now, my dream job would be like to be an actress, movie director.
Tight. I think you are very capable of doing all of those things. Yeah. So who or what inspires you?
I would say, who or what inspires me? I would say people, young artists, people in Pittsburgh who are making their goals, getting their dreams to come true. That is inspiring. Like people my age who are succeeding.
So, what kind of movies do you want to be in, or direct, or like both? Like, what are you most interested in?
I would love to be in horror movies.
I thought you would say that.
I'm not limited to horror movies, but I would love to be in horror movies, romantic movies, because those are just my favorite genres. But honestly, any movie sounds good to be in, honestly.
That's cool. I could see you in horror movies. I feel like you'd be like a really good main character that like survives, and like I could see that like moment of like, I gotta go fight something huge. That would be really tight. What's a hero to you?
A hero is kind of like, and it's kind of like someone who's an inspiration, or somebody that like is for the good of people or the earth in general. Just an overall good person, someone who is careless, helpful, you know, like selfless type of person.
I think that. Do you have anybody in your life that you would consider a hero?
I'll say my grandma's a hero. She's a real one.
Aww. Grandma.
Out a lot.
That's dope. Is there a grandma day? Grandmas are, I think I would call my grandma a hero too.
I believe it's a grandparents' day.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also a children's day, if you didn't know that.
I didn't.
I did know that. I got gifts every Children's Day because I was spoiled.
Aww.
But from my grandparents specifically. So.
That's so cute. I love that. No, I didn't know that actually. What's your favorite genre of music?
R&B, all the way.
You're a love song girl.
Yes. I'm a heart girl 2020.
We stand. Why is it your favorite? Like, is it the feel? Is it like you just love a ballad, like the way that like slow songs sound, or what is it for you?
I would say because it's kind of like aside from, you know, the lyrics and everything, just the music, I vibe. Like, I like to be chill, and I like music to like calm me down.
Mm-hmm. I take that. This is up. What was like the moment, like if you can remember like there was a specific moment, or just like when did you decide that you wanted to be an artist, or like that the arts were for you, that was something that you like cared about or was important to you?
I think it was whenever I joined this group to do dance, like ballet, and I didn't necessarily want to, like at that time I didn't want to be a dancer, but I knew I liked to dance and ballet and stuff, and then I was forced to do acting, singing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hate this. But over time I really started loving it, and I really started liking being on stage and performing, and people telling me that I'm good and I'm talented, and I was like, ooh, this might be something.
Aw. Why is disrespecting me?
We have
Disrespecting
a
this
few
live right now.
comments from the audience. We have a hi from Breezy.
Aw.
There's a hi from Layla from Wow Now. A hi from Hallie. Wow. And Hallie just made a comment. She said, I just want to say my favorite Layla moment is the time God killed a hickory tree. Such amazing work. Layla, do you want to talk about your experience working on that piece and like where your inspiration came from for that?
It was a fun experience. I liked working like as a director for the first time, and like looking at my peers as like authority over them instead of like friends. It was a different point of view for me.
Mm-hmm.
My inspiration was like my family history and like learning about them, because that's where the piece comes from. And it was just like, oh, I'm learning about my family. This is a cool history. Why not incorporate it into a piece and turn it into something?
Yeah, I loved that piece. That was one of my favorite Layla moments too. I was just so impressed. And I was so proud of you. I was like, oh my gosh, she just, because it was a really incredible piece. If any of you audience people that are tuning in right now, if you didn't see it, you missed out, bro. You really
Missed
did.
out. But you can also check it out on ATC's YouTube channel. It's available on ATC's YouTube channel. So go there if you want to see the time God killed a hickory tree, along with any other of ATC's previous performances.
Yes. I love it. I love that we have that now. It's so good. You don't have to miss out anymore. If you don't have time to see it in person, which it is better to see it in person, but to be able to still see it is really dope. Now I'm like, did I have something connected to that I wanted to say? No. I mean, I do, but I can't think of exactly what I want to say about it. So, Layla, since we're talking about moments anyway, what's your favorite ATC moment?
My favorite ATC moment. Honestly, I think my favorite ATC, moments kind of, was my first show, Painkillers. I really liked Painkillers. It was my first introduction to ATC and like learning about people, and I was around more of like the older people for the first time. It was really nice, and I felt like honored to play my character.
And you did that. You were awesome. I saw you in that first show that you were in, and I was like, I think she could do this. I think she could bring something to this role, and you did. And I'll be grateful to you and to the whole cast of Painkiller, forever for that performance.
I love that show.
You can also see Painkiller on the YouTube channel. It's on there. I saw it too.
I realized that this is a group of 3 phenomenal writers who have written their own pieces.
That's true. I love that. Go us. What's your this is usually like the last question I ask, but I do have like other questions before. But what's your favorite thing about being a member of ATC?
I would say all the friends I've made. You know, I came from high school where it's like a lot of white people, and that's cool and all, but I needed my people to be around it on like Saturdays, Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, whatever day I was there. I got to be comfortable around people who looked like me all the time while I was finishing my senior year of high school. So that was cool.
Oh, that's great. That's like close to like people always people say the family aspect or they say the homies. That's great. So
Me and
I'm
senior year transplants. It's ATC.
Yeah.
This is corny, but this is always my favorite question. Disney or Nickelodeon?
I don't know, because I'm trying to think, because I watched both of them faithfully. I really did. And like you can say Disney movies over Nickelodeon movies, of course, but like,
yeah, I agree. But with the shows, it's like
the shows are so good,
neck and neck.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably choose Nickelodeon though, but Disney is like right there.
Right, that close second. I feel that. I think Nickelodeon has better. They do better at comedy.
Yeah.
Like you can watch stuff like years later and it's still like, oh yeah, that's like still really funny. Like I'm still laughing at SpongeBob reruns. Like
I was watching it last night.
Which season?
I don't know, but I was watching the chocolate episode.
Chocolate! What are they selling? It's my favorite.
I love that show.
I love that show too. One of my favorites. James and I will like, once one of us brings up SpongeBob, we'll be like for hours with SpongeBob quotes back and forth.
You can literally quote them all day, like literally.
And everybody in the room, everyone who's seen the episode will laugh. Like, would you rather live forever or live 10 lifetimes and retain your memories?
I would live 10 lifetimes. Because, you know, I always say I never wanted to live forever. But I always talked about how I wish I knew, like, my previous lives. So that's, like, it kind of is perfect. I want to know if I was a cat or something.
Yeah.
I want to experience that.
I totally get that. And, like, kind of, like, be able to assess your life now with that other perspective.
Yeah.
So cool. So cool. Do we have any questions from the audience, Shay?
Not yet. But everybody can feel free to leave your questions here in the comments, and we'll get to them. You will get to them.
Word. Okay. So, what field do you want the most success in? Because you have a lot of avenues. You're good at a lot of different things. Like, what are you wanting the most to do in?
Honestly, I would say, I don't know. I would say in like my singing career, because I feel like whenever you are a singing artist, they have opportunities for you to go into the acting industry too, and then it's like on the other side of it, the acting industry, you don't see many of them transferring to the music industry. So I would say maybe singing first and then get into both kind of thing. But honestly, I would be happy either way at the end of the day, but probably singing.
kind of music do you want to make?
R&B. You already
I knew it. I knew it.
You already did. R&B.
Are you thinking like, okay, so give me your brand of R&B. Are you like Janae Aiko?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's my group.
She's good. She's so good. She was somebody that like I always liked her voice, but I never really took the time to like really get into her music. But I one day I was like, I'm just gonna download a couple albums, and I was like sitting like,
yes, she is a hit.
so good. She is. I love her latest album.
Mm-hmm.
Is she your favorite? Is she like your favorite artist?
She's been my favorite artist for a few years now. Honestly, I can't even think of who else I really listen to as much as her.
I was about to say, give me your number 2. Give me your top 3.
That's hard. Janae. Because I do have some male artists I like too right now, but I don't want to give them that credit because I feel like they don't deserve it. But I want to say, I don't know. Like, I don't listen to anybody as much as Janae. I want to say Kalani because she's like the same type of artist, but I don't listen to her as much though. There might just be a Janae. There might just have to be her.
I dig it.
Well, her is good.
Her is awesome. Her is really awesome. I love that song too.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I think that's my favorite song from her. But like, there are other jams. She's got a lot of jams, and they're like soft jams. Like, it's good. It's really good. And
I can put Drake in there. Drake's my top 3.
Okay.
Drake.
I can dig it. I feel like I lost Drake. Like, I don't know. Like, I loved him so much what was that? I guess that was like 10th grade when like his album drops and it just like blew up. But like after that, I was like, I mean, I can dig it still, but whatever.
I need some more music.
Yeah, he hasn't like dropped anything in a while, has he? It's been a little bit.
I know he does features with people.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he did drop something. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but
I have no idea. I'm waiting for Kendrick to drop something. I miss Kendrick. It's been a long time. I almost feel like he doesn't want to say anything, like put anything out, because it's almost like, I feel like it's partly how is he supposed to top the last thing he made, but it's also like there's so much going on, and a lot of people kind of look to him, you know, as an artist who is kind of an activist who like really says stuff in his music, and he might feel like too much pressure or something. Like, that's what I'm thinking. What's going on?
yeah, that could be true. He needs to just drop something though, because we're waiting. We're here.
Waiting. We're literally like, I check my phone for that. Like, when you know those people that you just like kind of like, I'm just gonna search so and so. Did they drop anything new? I do that with Willow Smith, because Shorty always she can get you through something. For real. But yeah, he's one of those people for me. And I love Kalani too. I think Kalani's dope. Her last album was that's hit after hit after hit right there. It was dope. I'm trying to think of one really profound question to ask as the last question here.
Well, I did want to ask something. So, Layla, have you been working on anything recently? Working on anything? Anything we should know about that's coming up?
Coming up, well, okay. I did have something that I did over the summer. I did hip hop orchestra. We made a song. Ooh, I forget what the song is called. But it's on Hip Hop Orchestra YouTube channel.
Okay.
The song, it was so good. It was about what's going on right now. a kind of an activist song. Coming up, I have The Skin I'm In. I do Raina, the twin sister, and I don't even, when is the production of that? I know it's end of September.
We're gonna be, so people can look out for that. Just look out for it. Information's coming soon. You'll know about it when we start dropping that information. But be on the lookout. The Skin I'm In, it's coming this fall.
I love it. And go check out that song that Layla's on.
Definitely.
That's dope. I'm gonna do that when we get off here.
We collabed with Hip Hop Orchestra collabed with One Hood and this other orchestra collaboration too. It was really dope.
Oh, I know that's dope. We love One Hood. We stand One Hood hard over here. Dude, that's a special place in my heart. So, okay, as a final question, what's next for you? What is and you can choose between what's next, or where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What are your plans?
I would say recently I've been thinking more about not less art, but what's been on my mind more has been like education, housing, getting a house, a car, stability, stuff like that. So I would see myself just being really stable, living on my own, independent, aside from the art really. And art is kind of just wherever it takes me right now, because I have more focused on school and how, like, stuff like that. So yeah.
So, well, I am looking forward to watching your journey of getting all those things that you want, all those things that you need, because you deserve this. And not just, because you're super awesome, but just because you're you, because you exist. You deserve. You're welcome. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we sign off? Anything about yourself, to a message to the folks, just whatever you're thinking.
I would say Black Lives Matter and save our children.
I dig it. You're an inspiration. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful time.
Remember, keep a lookout for some stuff coming out on our YouTube page, and look out for announcements on our Facebook page. But yeah, bye everybody.
Have a great one.